What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Orphan First Kill. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Okay, maybe there are prequels or sequels or reboots out there that could stand alone, but this is not one of them. I might even run the risk of spilling spoilers in my review, because hell, this movie itself spills its own spoilers right from the very beginning. What I'm getting at is, hey Rama, do I need to have watched the original 2009 Orphan movie first before I go watch this prequel? Abso-freaking-lutely. You have to. You have to. In fact, let me just say this. Do not, I repeat, do not watch Orphan First Kill unless you've already watched the first Orphan movie beforehand. Because this movie is designed only for those of us who already have that knowledge in our heads. The knowledge of Esther's penchant for violence and the knowledge of Esther's age. So anybody who claims that Orphan First Kill has its own set of surprises is giving this movie way too much credit. Having said all that, Orphan First Kill is a mixed bag. On one hand, as a fan of Isabel Fuhrman, it's nice to see her back in her iconic role. And I think the movie magic or the makeup trick that they did to make her look physically small again is both creepy and cool all at once. On the other hand, they drastically revamped the purpose of Esther the same way that they revamped the purpose of Stephen Lang's character in Don't Breathe 2. And I'm not sure I am 100% okay with that. Turning a fantastic villain into a cheer-worthy hero does not sit well with fans like me, who would rather see somebody like Esther go even further with her rampage. But unfortunately, that is not what this film does. Written by David Coggeshall and directed by William Brent Bell, in Orphan First Kill, Esther's terrifying saga continues in this thrilling prequel to the original and shocking horror hit, Orphan. After orchestrating a brilliant escape from an Estonian psychiatric facility, Esther travels to America by impersonating the missing daughter of a wealthy family. Yet, an unexpected twist arises that pits her against a mother who will protect her family from the murderous child at any cost. By the way, I previously interviewed Isabel Fuhrman, and I did get to ask her a bit about Orphan First Kill. So just to refresh our memory, let's see what she had to say back then about this film, shall we? Orphan First Kill?
Yeah.
Was it tough? Was it easy coming back into the role of Esther after all these years? And what can you tease us or hint to us about this prequel?
It felt like trying on an old dress, that you really loved. I mean, it was a really special thing to be able to step back in Esther's shoes, and I'm really excited for people to see the film. I was deeply uncomfortable watching it because there's nothing weirder than watching yourself as a 10-year-old when you're 24 and you watch the movie. You made the movie a year ago. So I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing how people love the movie. I know that they will, and it's a wild ride. So please get ready for it.
Awesome! So yeah, you can watch that entire video interview right here, only on Rama Screen YouTube channel. Okay, back to Orphan First Kill. The director of this film is the same guy who gave you the Boy movie franchise and Separation. Remember those? Those were some of the weakest, lamest, messiest movies in the horror genre. And William Brent Bell's subpar direction is once again evident in his handling, or should I say mishandling, of Orphan First Kill. With probably the exception of Esther's escape sequence, everything else about this is painfully basic, and the scares are poorly staged, so much so that they become laughable, including the conflict between Julia Stiles' character and Esther. Orphan First Kill also doesn't have the same ferocity and tension that the original movie had. This one is often slow and dull, and for whatever reason, it plays with these weird painting visuals that oddly go nowhere. And the film feels more like a thriller than a straight-up horror. But even so, the script is too weak to achieve its spine-chilling effect. The only people who somewhat save this movie are Julia Stiles and Isabel Fuhrman. Their performances are what carry Orphan First Kill and keep it from falling apart, as if they're holding it together with duct tape, strings, and glues. Look, I'm not against the idea of a prequel to Orphan. Obviously, you have to go down the prequel route, since you can't do a sequel because we all know Esther's ultimate fate in the original movie. But now that it has arrived, and I've seen it in its entirety, you can probably only pinpoint 1 or 2 or 3 things that are positive about Orphan First Kill, while the rest of it shows signs of a not so well-made film.